On display, gold-bearing stones. The Witwatersrand Ranch Basin is where all the gold has been and still is found. And here the Steiger comes. Completes our walk in this gold mine, which was once worked up to 1977 and had workers as many as 30,000 who would work in 3 different shifts at different levels and different areas of this mine. Is clarified bearing stone. Gold is a natural metallic element with to the gold carrying solution, zinc dust is added to gather the more concentrated gold, and the process goes on. Some mines send the waste solids to an uranium plant, as uranium is found in gold-bearing rock. This can be an economic way of extracting uranium. And here the gold mixture will then be heated to remove impurities and smelted into gold bars, producing about 88% of gold, 10% silver, and copper and zinc. After, it goes to the Rand refinery in Germiston or Germiston. Here it is finally refined in an induction furnace before being cast into 12.5 kilogram bars, either 99.6 or 99.9% purity. The lower grade will be used for coinage, the higher for jewelry, and also for industrial use. How little does one really think about how much blood, sweat, and science it takes to put that golden ring on one's finger? Sir Ernest Oppenheimer, who was sent to South Africa by a London diamond merchant in 1902, worked his way up to become head of the De Beers Consolidated Mines, and in 1917 he formed the Anglo-American Corporation of South African Gold Mines. He died in 1957. His son Harry Oppenheimer stepped right in and became chairman after his father's death. The mass of a quantity of gold is generally measured in troy ounces, 1 troy ounce being equal to 31.1035 grams. But when one speaks of greater quantities, annual production for instance, the kilogram is used. Around Johannesburg are still many worked mines. Worthwhile to mention a relatively low melting point of 1063 degrees Celsius and boiling point of 2610 Celsius. A single grain of gold can be beaten into a sheet 1/14,000 of a millimeter thick or stretched into a thread the length of 2 football fields. Being soft and a good conductor have made it popular both as ornamentation and in the industry. South Africa's major gold mines, which are based on reefs, are spread in an arc of 480 kilometers along what is believed to have been the shore of a vast inland sea some 2 billion years ago. To recover, one has to get first of all, the gold extracted from the rock, and only 5 to 6 parts per million of the gold-bearing ore hoisted to the surface is gold. First, the ore has to be crushed to circa 15 centimeter in diameter pieces, then passed on along a conveyor belt, further reduced to 19 millimeter, and later ground into fine slime mixed with cyanide solution. And the cyanide solution then dissolves the gold. After, two methods can be applied. One was carbon, which will attract the gold to come to the surface and can easily be removed for further procedures. With the older and still much used method, the gold-bearing solution is passed through rotary filters to remove vast solids, pumped into slime dams, and the residue can still be seen in the Witwatersrand landscape as barren yellow. Matter of fact, they are heaped up are the statistics of some mines of the Witwatersrand. Boffel's Fontaine mine sank in 1961 a shaft 6.7 meters in diameter to a depth of 381 meters through solid rock as deep as the Empire State Building in New York is high. January 1981, the Rentfontein mine tunneled horizontally through 1,101.4 meters of hard rock in only 31 days. The combined length of all tunnels in any single large gold mine, tunnels which are blasted through solid stressed rock of a depth of several kilometers, easily exceed 1,500 kilometers, more than the distance from Johannesburg to Cape Town. But these are some figures. The productivity is another chapter. The purity of gold is expressed in terms of karat. Pure gold is 24 karat. Thus 18 has 18 parts of gold and 6 parts of another metal. And now we will see gold bars of different qualities, different purities. This one is of the finest quality.
Right now, as a matter of interest, the doors that you see on the safe are the original doors first installed at the Rand Refinery in 1921. The scales that you see here are troy-ounce barrel scales. They were first used at the Rand Refinery in 1923. Now folks, at the lower terrace there is also a working model of a mine where you can also get some idea of what we told you here, the process of recovering the gold from the ore. The bar that you see here is exactly the same as this one that we bought now. It is not pure. It weighs 12 kilograms, of which approximately 10 kilograms is pure gold, 1 kilogram silver, the balance, as I said, mainly copper, lead, zinc, the other base metals.